want the tasty treat. It's two fat guys eat.
Hello, Fan Expo Philadelphia. My name is Colin.
And I'm Brian.
And we are two fat guys who eat. So, don't we all? Right?
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you're here then, because you've come at a most auspicious occasion. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, there you go.
Fair enough.
So,
I'm learning something new every day.
yeah, I know, right? So, this is our first live episode, actually. So, we're live on location at Fan Expo Philadelphia.
Yes.
And obviously, being in the city of brotherly love, we thought, well, what's the perfect food to talk about? And honestly, it is the quintessential Philadelphia contribution to food. It's the Philly cheesesteak. Just don't slap me in the audience, please.
Yeah.
But we thought about it. We were like, oh, well, you know, what's the best Philly cheesesteak? And the problem is that there's so many places that serve them that we could be here for hours and not even scratch the surface.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So we thought, well, let's talk about where the worst Philly cheesesteak sandwich comes from. And in order to talk about where the worst one is, I think what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about what makes a perfect Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
Yes.
And then point out which places just stumble and fall face first.
And if you want any kind of credentials, I was a chef for about 7 years, and your brother is a chef as well.
Yeah.
So, and also we're two fat guys. It's in the title. So we know about our num nums. We know
our num nums.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Colin, what constitutes for you the perfect Philly cheesesteak?
Well, you got to break it down by levels. It's not just each element is important. So let's break it down top to bottom.
All right.
The bread.
I love a good Kaiser roll. I gotta have that
hoagie roll.
Oh, hoagie roll. Yeah. Apologies.
Yeah.
And that's got to be buttered. It's got to be grilled. It's got to be.
You got to griddle it.
You got to get that little bit of toast on there.
Yeah. The problem is you got to griddle a cheesesteak sandwich because the problem is that it's a wet boy. It's so wet.
Not as wet as Wawa likes to make them. At least where we're from, because we're from Maryland, and the Wawas here are not nearly as good as the ones in Pennsylvania. So I will go and get a sub from there, and it's just why is this dripping wet? So
well, I mean, no, but that's the thing. I mean, you've got the whiz, you've got the fat rendering from the steak. It turns it into this slurry that if you don't toast the bread, it just turns into a pile of wet newspaper in your mouth.
So you got to toast that bread. You got to make sure that bread is toasted perfect.
You got to do it. You got to do it. All right, now the meat.
Yes.
You gotta season it.
Arby's is known for having them. You do have to see. You have to season that. You have to have your little bit of salt, pepper.
Salt and pepper. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. I would argue if you want to get fancy, you could probably use a little Montreal steak seasoning if you want to.
Montreal steak spice really needs to be a part of this conversation.
You don't need that in order to make it perfect, though. You just need a little salt. Little S&P is right for me.
Little S&P, right for me, right? So now, obviously, peppers, onions.
Yes. Peppers,
mushrooms.
Onions. I feel I don't know, raise your hands. Do you like mushrooms on your cheesesteak or no?
Yes. Okay, we got some in the audience. All right.
All right.
There we go.
Okay, so it's kind
you know
of
what?
unpopular.
Honestly, that's fine. That's an added bonus. We like that, but honestly, smother me in grilled onions and mushrooms. Mommy. Just smother me. Oh. I don't know if that mic's on yet. Oh, hello.
Oh no.
All right. Flag on the play. What psychopath is putting mushrooms on a cheesesteak?
I have no idea.
I do.
It's
delicious.
Listen, salt, pepper, ketchup, fried onions, and maybe mayo or mustard, and call it a day.
Ketchup?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with ketchup on mine.
Salt,
Not
pepper,
personally,
ketchup,
but
fried onions,
never had ketchup
mayo,
on mine.
mustard,
That's
and
different
call it a
strokes.
day, and some red pepper flakes.
That's very
Different strokes
interesting.
for everybody. Not everybody's going to agree, and that's fine, though.
But we can all agree that Pat's and Geno's is the absolute worst.
Yes.
You beat me to the punch, but we're going to get there eventually. So next one I feel is probably the most divisive point we're going to come to today.
What's that?
The cheese.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know whoever did the Vulcan mind meld or the Jedi mind trick on this town, Wiz is atrocious.
I'm gonna agree to disagree with you on this.
No.
Okay, look.
Provolone only. In my opinion.
I love provolone, and I love some pepper jack.
No pepper jack sauce.
I agree. No pepper jack.
Okay.
What I'm loving about this is like our audience is going insane about this. Because there's no right answer to this. I love that. I love how passionate
But
Philly
there
is about
is.
this. Thank you so much for coming out for this. Yeah.
We're getting there.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Believe me, we're getting
Trust-
there.
We're getting there.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. Okay. So the worst cheesesteak I ever had was not from Geno's. It was actually from here, this very place, the convention center.
Really?
Right over there?
Yes, where any kind of convention center.
Everybody point in that generation, go boo. No,
Boo.
boo.
There we go.
Any place that
Boo, I
has a
say.
convention center that sells cheesesteaks that looks like baby dog food on a roll,
Oh no.
it is far.
And let me guess, it costs $20, right?
Yes, and it
Yeah,
costs $20.
that sounds right. That
and
sounds
people
right.
who come from out of town.
I mean, to be
it's
fair,
a cheesesteak.
that's par for the course with convention food. You're never going to find. You got to go out of the building and somewhere else because they're always going to give you steam tables.
I think one time at AwesomeCon in DC, I paid $30 for a burger and fries.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like, why?
Exactly.
Exactly. So
Anyway, so that's what we feel makes a perfect cheesesteak sandwich. And as you've probably already heard from the people who have been responding on the microphones, in our opinion, Pat's and Geno's, the absolute worst.
The worst.
The worst.
Oh, the worst.
The worst. I would rather take a Jerry's Subs and Pizzas cheesesteak sandwich over Pat's and Geno's any day of the week.
I had a better Philly cheesesteak at the PHL airport from Charlie's than I did from freaking Pat's and Geno's.
Well, and
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, but here's the problem. The problem is that, again, they were the originators. They were the progenitors of the cheesesteak sandwich. But the problem is that when you are known for being the first ones to do it, you don't innovate. You're
No.
like, we hit the formula. We're perfect. We're fine.
This is the classic. You come here, you order the classic, and if you don't like it, get out of the line. Something like that.
And then,
It's
you
like,
know what?
That's kind of
If you-
the impression I got from both those places when I went there.
And that's the thing. If you like that, great. That's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, we've been there. We've been other places. Other places do it better.
That is,
Like,
yeah.
honestly, Delco Steaks does it better.
So one of the yeah, and it's funny too because I was actually watching an episode of like if anybody's ever watched the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, he did a bit about it and he actually said like everybody knows you don't go there, and I was like, he's from Scotland and he knows this. So I thought it was interesting. But like, let's talk about like what kind of the problem is with Pat's and Geno's.
Oh, gladly. How much time do we have? An hour? I don't think we're gonna have enough time to get
We're
through.
only 8 minutes into this.
That's fine. I got plenty of time to complain about this.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I just want to go on record here that this one, he is the one responsible for me having to sample both Pat's and Geno's. Because
And why would he do such a thing?
well, we were at another convention at the Oaks Convention Center. Anybody been over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. So
Patterson, what's up, man?
what up? Anyway, the reason, so we finished a convention, and he, of course, has never been to Philadelphia, so he's like, oh, we got to go get cheesesteak sandwiches. I'm like, okay, well, we can go to the King of Prussia Mall. They got a place there. He's like, no, we got to go to Pat's and Geno's. I'm like, why?
To be fair, I'm a military kid whose hometown is Denver, Colorado. It was one of those things that you just heard about. I was like, oh, you have to go there because you have to try it out. So, like, me in my naivete was like, well, we need to go where it originated. Come on, guys, we
No,
gotta
you
go.
don't.
And like,
No,
So
you
of
don't.
course,
Yeah.
so of course we sit in traffic for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we get there, and of course, anybody who's been in that neighborhood knows that parking is next to impossible to find,
yeah,
depending on what time of day you show up. So we get out, and we're like, we're getting there, and all right, you know what? You are way too excited, so let's go ahead. What's up?
Stay away from Pat's and Geno's at all costs. The real place you want to go to what us Philadelphians call the Poppy Store or the Bodega, or go to a nice little pizza restaurant.
Yeah.
The Pat's and Geno's, no.
I know, the smaller places are always the best.
Pat's and Geno's got them real big ass pieces of beef that don't even be chopped up. Where's your knife? Why are you not going like this? Why are
Now-
you not cutting the meat?
I know.
Now, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
when you see the lines wrapped around those places, because when we went, the lines were astronomical. How many of those people are tourists, and how many people are actually
Every single
all of
one
them
of
are
them.
tourists.
Every
Okay.
single one of them. They're
All
like,
of them.
we want to go to Philly,
Okay.
go to Pats and
I
Geno's.
just wanted to know because, like, I know you would know the answer to that.
Because we were the schmuck tourists in this case.
That is bad.
because we didn't know any better, and now we know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Anyway, so of course, we get there, we find parking after about 25 minutes of looking.
Yeah.
We get out of line, we go in, and we're obviously like, okay, so they have their listings of how they do the sandwiches, and we try it, and I bite into it, and I'm just like,
Which one, by the way? I can't remember. Which one was the place?
We went to Geno's first.
No. Hold on.
Like-
Which one was the place that said if you don't have your order memorized or you don't have it ready to go, get out of the line? I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Pat's. But
that-
like they were
that you-
so like salty about that. They were like if you want to know exactly what you're getting,
We're busy.
right now. You need to get out of the line and figure your stuff out. I was like, okay, whatever, fine,
All right.
whatever.
I guess you don't want my money, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
we got another.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but there's one worse than those.
No,
Subway-
really.
Subway.
Well,
because
I mean,
Well,
it's-
they call it a
I can confirm
cheesesteak.
that. I worked for Subway for like 6 months. I can confirm that.
Like, who the F puts Philadelphians? Who puts green peppers on their cheesesteaks? Exactly. No respectful Philadelphian area will put green peppers
All right.
on a cheesesteak.
Well, to be fair, he's from Denver,
yeah,
so
that's some BS.
We have something out there called green chili. I mean, come on, we like our greens out there.
No. But if you're
Sure you do.
from the Philly area, the only peppers that you put on it is sweet peppers or hot peppers.
All right.
That's it.
Thank
right.
you.
Yes.
Preach.
Yes.
Love
you
it.
Do not ever
Yeah.
put a green. I seen all these recipes.
No,
like
I got you.
Authentic
It's-
cheesesteak with green peppers. That's BS.
No.
Nobody does that.
I'm 100% in
Nobody from
agreement with
Philly.
you. 100%.
If you there's actually a place it doesn't exist anymore. One of the best cheesesteaks I've had was at 69th Street.
Oh,
on
nice.
Terminal. They
Write-
closed
write that down.
I
Ah.
just came back recently, and they closed down. I was so devastated.
That's a
There
bummer.
was a small pizza shop.
Yeah.
They hand tossed their dough.
Yeah.
So you could watch them make it. It was like an Italian restaurant.
that sounds
They
so
hand
good.
tossed their dough. They made some of the best cheesesteaks.
Oh.
And it's a little.
They're
it's a
closed
little-
now?
Yeah, I went there and it was literally closed down because of COVID.
See, we should have had a lead-in and gotten people's recommendations for where to go.
That is true.
We'll do that at the end. I want to hear everybody's suggestions as where we should go.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunately,
fine.
I would love to hear.
I moved away from the
So-
area and I was devastated because
Fair
that was
enough.
one of my
Fair
favorite
enough.
places. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
The 69th Street Terminal, which I hate going to, I loved going to their shop because of their pizza.
Yeah.
Because of their cheesesteaks.
I
All
guess
right.
you're needed. Sorry. No, you're
Well,
cool.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for your input.
So okay, let's talk about some of the problems that we had with those steaks, and because my problems were kind of twofold. Like, they were similar enough that like I can kind of put them both under the same umbrella. For starters, the cheese that I had on the Pats and Geno's was not melted at all.
There's like,
Yeah, they just kind of put it on top of the sandwich, and then on top of that, they didn't season their meat. They didn't season it at all.
how will you savor the flavor if they don't season it?
I don't know. That you have to sear in that flavor.
You have to sear it in.
If you don't sear it in, like then
You can't savor it in your
how can
mouth.
you how can you put it in your stomach and have happy
You
times?
can't savor
I
the
don't
meat
know.
in your mouth.
But
That's unfortunate.
it's very unfortunate. But
It is
That was
unfortunate.
one of my biggest problems. Was like the bread was not toasted, the meat was
Soggy.
not seasoned, it was soggy. The cheese was not melted, and I felt like I paid way too much for something I could have made while high at 3 in the morning in my kitchen.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
sounds
mean?
about
like,
right.
Just like, okay, you know,
They
like-
ship across the country. Did you know that?
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no.
so confused by that.
Yes.
Yes, question
sir.
from the audience.
There's one thing I just don't like at high schools, that you know how when they always give you the cheesesteak, like cheesesteaks is so ass. I'm just saying this because I taste it myself.
Wait, just in
Exactly.
general or?
Like in all schools
Oh,
across
well,
Philadelphia.
Wow.
I mean, dude, the food in school is just not that great.
Doesn't.
regardless.
It's so cheap.
Square
and
pizza
nasty.
for life.
Yes, Square Pizza Gang.
Especially when it comes to the
Square Pizza Gang.
Square pizza for life.
Yeah. Why were they? Why did they think it was a good idea to serve pizza and chocolate milk at like 11 in the morning to a bunch of kids?
They had to keep you energized for the
Yeah.
rest of the day. Can't have kids sleeping in the middle of class, apparently.
Yeah. So, Colin, I've stated what my problems are. What were your problems with?
Well,
the
okay,
steak?
so first of all, you have to take it because we went to both places. 'Cause,
Yes.
Like we went to Geno's because they were less busy at the time.
Sure.
So then we were like, okay, so we're gonna try Geno's. I sit down, I eat my sandwich, and I get it the way they ask you. They, the original way, right? So
We want to be respectful.
yeah. So I had the steak with whiz, and I was just like, this is so bad. There's like you said, absolutely no seasoning. So it's like you're eating bland wallpaper, essentially.
Yeah. It's like the cheesesteak you would eat if you went to purgatory. I guess it's very
Or
much
prison.
like, I don't know. That's such a weird thing to say, but like I'm struggling to come up with like a thing to say, but like it's not like, oh my god, blowing my mind, but it's also not like the worst thing I've ever had either. But
No, that is definitely the worst cheesesteak sandwich I've ever had. No, wait, no, I take that back.
I'm
Pat's was the
saying
worst.
thing, but it is the worst cheesesteak I have had.
Yeah. Well, Geno's
It's-
was bad, but Pat's was worse.
Yeah. Well, why was Pat's worse?
Because, again, like, I think the only thing I tasted was just the overly salted whiz on my Geno sandwich. I got, like, no flavor from the Pat sandwich, which I was like, how's that even possible? How do you make a sandwich like water? There's no taste to it. It's not possible. It's just not. How do you know? It bothers me so much. And they still are open. How are they still open?
Tourists.
I know. Why are we so dumb?
You know what? I don't know. Because we want to see this country of ours, and we want to like try all the local delicacies, and like,
Okay, here's the
unfortunately, you get lied to about stuff like that all the time. It's a lie. You get lied to so much about
anytime I see Pat's and Geno's on social media, it's always like, "Ooh, this person loved our sandwich." I'm like, really? Really? How much did you pay them to enjoy your sandwich? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
They ship across country. No, like, I mean, getting it at its peak is bad.
So
who wants a freeze-dried sandwich shipped across the country to Phoenix to, like, heat it in your microwave? And just like, this is the pinnacle of culinary.
Like who like I'm just imagining that thing going across to like California and like just this
Just
seal.
open it up. It's like, okay, who thought this was a good idea? Somebody at the post office is like running it through an X-ray machine. It's to be like, what?
Why?
Why? Who thought this was good?
Kind of reminds me of like Red Letter Media, where like what's his name was just like, you give me your address and I'll mail you a pizza roll. I'll put it in an envelope or something.
It's not good.
No.
It's not good. And the thing is, it's just like,
Yeah.
because again, when you hear cheesesteak sandwich in the city of Philadelphia, your mind is automatically drawn to either one of those two places.
Again, that's marketing.
I know it's it's the marketing, and
Yes.
God bless their marketing people, because they got to be making buku money off of this.
Yes.
I just have one additional thing to add, and I swear I'll stop standing up.
No, you're fine.
I don't know what brain surgeon decided that Cheese Whiz was a good addition to a cheesesteak.
That's what I should. Yes.
I just wanted to reiterate that.
Yes, I know.
It's either provolone or maybe American or anything, just not a liquid cheese.
American.
Because why?
Yes, I agree. No, I absolutely agree. Cheese Whiz, like, why do you want a thinner version of Velveeta drizzled on your why do you want that? If you want Velveeta, just put Velveeta on it. Fine. I mean, Cheese Whiz belongs on a cracker, and that's it.
I used to put them on my hot dogs as a kid, but then again, I was a stupid kid, so.
Okay, fine. It's okay. I'll still give you a ride home tonight. I just. Oh.
It'd be a long walk home to Frederick, Maryland.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It hurts. Just the thought of that. That hurts me. Hurts me deeply. You cut me deep, Brian.
I was 4. What do you want?
Okay. Okay. A child's I can't blame you for a child's palate, so that's fine.
Yeah. But
Okay, so now that even the audience agrees, which I honestly was like 50-50. I was like, either they're going to agree with us or they're going to run us out of the convention center with pitchforks and torches.
Yeah.
And luckily, you all went our way, which I love.
I'm
Thank
honestly like, before we got up here, I was like, we're going to get murdered because this is the city that used to throw batteries at Santa Claus. So,
he had it coming. That's right. See? Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, oh my God.
But the good news is they agree with us. We're in the right for once.
Yay.
Thank God.
ECW?
Oh my God, why? I don't want to get a chair thrown at my head.
Yeah. My name is not Sabu.
Oh my God.
I believe we had a question.
Wait, do we?
Or a statement?
Here we go.
Or
We got
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear me with the mask.
No,
but
we can hear you.
We go down to Independence Mall every summer. My family, we're locals, but we still do it.
Sure.
And I just wanted to say that even there, they're warning tourists against Pat's and Geno's.
Really?
Yeah, it was like one of the tour guides or something. We overheard him, and he was talking to some tourists from like, I don't know, the Midwest or something. And he was like, yeah, okay, never go to Pat's and Geno's. You can just go to like the Reading Terminal or any pizza place.
Yeah.
Never get it with Whiz.
I mean, honestly, I've heard if you find a hole in the wall, that's the best place to go or something.
No, that's true with most places. Like, I'm from Buffalo originally, and wings, don't go to Duff's, don't go to Anchor Bar. They're trash. You know why? Because they came up with the idea and then never improved upon it.
Yeah.
Guess what? We used to put lead in our paint, we used to put asbestos in our walls, and we used to think cocaine was medicine. Tradition doesn't always work. You move on, you improve. Pat's and Geno's, if you're listening, I know you're not, but if you are, stop. Just either improve or just stop. Please.
Can I just say something too, by the way? Because like,
Thank you.
Everybody here in Philadelphia, y'all got your food thing. You got the steak. You got the cheesesteak. Colin, you're from Buffalo. You got the buffalo wings. I'm from Denver.
You got the omelet.
We have the omelet and we have Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh no, green chili. You got green chili.
It's like,
that's
need something
technically a
cooler
Denver.
out there. We really do. Like, we need like, I don't know. I have no idea what it would even be, but like, man, it's like, you guys got buffalo wings, you got cheesesteaks, and we got testicles that are deep fried. Ugh, okay.
People like what they like. You can't.
2 for 1, I guess.
Okay.
Never had them, by the way.
Got another statement. What's up?
Saying you don't have anything. You got Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse? Wait, what?
You said you have nothing in Texas, right?
Well, actually, you did live in Texas, didn't you?
Well, I was a military brat, so I lived in San Antonio for like 5 years. But like, my hometown's like Aurora, Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
So,
but you got the omelet, so that's acceptable.
But yeah, well, Texas has got so much other stuff too, like barbecue and like, I don't know.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but that is true though. Thank you.
So, what was the best cheesesteak you had here?
Here? Oh,
Have you-
Delco Steaks, hands down. I still find it funny that a Philadelphia publication actually ranked them number 1 out of all the cheesesteaks you can get in the Philadelphia area, but they literally had to apologize. They were like, we know, we're sorry. You can't, like, the best cheesesteak is not in the city of Philadelphia, it's in the surrounding area. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I haven't been to every bodega and every pizza joint, so I don't know. But I'm saying that my personal opinion, in cheesesteaks I've had in the Philadelphia County / area, it's just Delco Steaks for me. What about you?
Well, again, like I've only had the 3. I've had Pat's, Geno's, and the ones in the airport. I want to go to the
Tony Luke's.
Tony Luke's.
So
Okay.
So here's the thing.
South Philly no go.
So apparently don't go to South Philly to get a cheesesteak, apparently.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, of the three, Pat's, Geno's, and Tony Luke's, if I was forced to get one of the 3, I'd get Tony Luke's. Because they are the least bad.
What I've loved so far about this is that it's not only entertaining, it's educational too.
We're learning.
We're learning so much. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes.
what's going on? I just happened to come across the panel, like Pat's, like I agree with you guys on a bunch of things, but if there's one thing I don't like about cheesesteaks, now that it just kind of came to the back of my head.
Okay.
Whoever thought it was a good idea to just have chopped cubes of meat in a cheesesteak, no, it has to be finely chopped. That's it.
Yeah, no, it's like
if I see somebody at
I'm
exactly, I don't want flat
I agree.
pieces. I don't
Either
want you
improve
just
your
to-
knife game or don't make cheesesteaks.
Exactly.
How
can't-
hard is it? I
and
don't. I honestly don't think
cut
I
up a
even
chicken
know what he's
breast and
talking
throw
about.
it in the
No, you know,
actual
like
thing
he's
either.
basically saying like there's some places that do it like you julienne the meat,
Okay.
so it's easier to consume and chew.
Sure.
But there are some places that'll just like cut like. Yeah, no, yes, I agree. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the actual term, but yes, I agree with you.
The thinner the better.
Yeah, the thinner the better. But they're talking like there's like places that do like cubed. Yeah, I know. I don't get it, and I don't like it.
I like what, like diced, like
yeah,
a dice
yeah.
cube.
No, think about it as like you take a chicken breast and you cut it into cubes
Yeah.
and you just put that in the cheesesteak, top it with cheese, and call it a day.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
That's lazy.
there's
that's
a hell
that's
of a
that- that's
That's
yeah.
the super Noah.
they're being
notes.
lazy to cut down on food prep.
That's
That's what it
100%.
is.
That's what I'm saying too.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right.
that is
and I
super
appreciate
Noah's
it.
Ark on Super
You
Nintendo.
got another comment? Yeah.
So I'm a Philly local. I'll put you onto 2 spots.
Oh yes, please.
so-
Closer to the mic. I want to hear
Closer to
this.
the mic, please.
Yes.
Angelo's #1 in my book.
Okay.
Angelo's.
They bake their bread fresh every morning. A seeded semolina, 5 in the morning, every day.
Okay.
You got to get that finely sharp, shaved ribeye
Okay.
with Cooper Sharp. It's mixed in. It's great. And then the other one is John's roast pork.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Sleeper.
What was it? What was it?
John's roast pork.
John's roast pork. Okay.
John's roast pork.
Don't sleep on that cheesesteak. It's the cheese is folded in, and they use that
Oh.
quality bread too. But also the roast pork, because it's fire.
Nice.
You know, somebody was actually telling me that to get the roast pork, and they feel like that the roast pork sandwich is actually more quintessential to Philadelphia than the cheesesteak sandwich is.
Really?
Maybe it's just for us tourists.
I think so. Maybe,
that's what
I
it
don't
is.
know.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm sorry. What was that?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah. I think the whole point of this podcast is just like I hate to say that we're just outright shitting on Pat's and Geno's, but I think that's true. It's just. And luckily, the audience is in complete agreement with us.
Like we did not know, but then we came to the light. We came to the light. We became understood about what's going on. So
Thank
we
God.
are enlightened about this. Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Thanks for
Please.
being patient. Sorry.
Sorry, we
No.
are leaving to go get food, but as somebody who has, okay, I don't live here, but I've been here long enough and gone to college here and stuff, I may as well live here.
Awesome.
To be fair, if I may cast a bid in for South Philly, one of my favorite cheesesteak places is Jim's. They had a horrible fire recently.
Ah.
They are rebuilding.
Oh, okay.
So I hear. I'm very excited. Yes, Jim's was amazing. They are
Okay.
rebuilding. I believe they're 4th and South.
Okay.
Okay.
They are delicious.
Okay, so we're making a mental checklist
Yeah.
on every single place we need to hit up when we come back to
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
'cause we're gonna try to do
Angelo's, Jim's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, trust me.
cheesesteak I'd ever had up until that point
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. What is this? I don't like this. So when my husband took me, he's like, don't worry, you're going to like this. Yeah, sure. So
Sure.
I went into it and I'm like, this is amazing.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Did you get whiz?
No.
Good. Okay, cool.
Provolone with onions and
Provolone,
hot
yeah,
peppers.
thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, God. At least we all can come to this consensus, not only on just how trash Pat's and Geno's are, but no
Thank
whiz,
you.
provolone only. Okay, maybe some other cheeses if you're that way. I'm just saying, for me, provolone only. It's sacrilege otherwise.
Some other cheeses if you're nasty.
Yeah.
If you're nasty.
So just to be fair, just to say that, like, not everywhere in South Philly is bad.
Okay,
Well,
fair.
thank you so much.
There's
Thank
one
you.
shining light.
Okay, fair
Thank
enough.
you.
We're gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah. The only place I've ever been to that's been named Jim's was there's this place in Texas, and I swear to God they have like not to completely change the subject, just on a side, if you go down there, they have like a dinner plate sized chicken fried steak, and it like goes over the sides.
Oh, God.
And it's insane. So if you're ever down there and you're feeling chicken fried steak, but
I
anyway,
literally feel my arteries hardening just by that statement.
good. You're
I
welcome.
mean, sounds good. See, now that we've talked about cheesesteak so much, now I really want a cheesesteak sandwich.
Well, what do you think we're getting for dinner?
That's true. That is true. That is true.
It's gonna be
All
on-
right, so I want to hear from the audience. Anybody else? All right, so we've gotten some recommendations from people, but I want to hear from anybody else. Anything that you've disagreed with us, like, obviously, people are vehemently anti-Pats, anti-Genos. I think anti-South Philly places in general, with the exception of Jim's ? Okay, I'm going to talk to you after the show because I want to hear more about this. Okay, we got somebody else signed up.
Yes, I'd like to. Before the coronavirus pandemic, I was on a safari trip in Tanzania in July of 2019. Now, what does this have to do with Philadelphia cheesesteak? Consider this comparison. I'd like to do another safari in South Africa, and in Cape Town, I'd like to go to Arnold's restaurant to eat those smoked warthog ribs because it will be a once in a lifetime gourmet item. But because I live in Philadelphia, cheesesteaks are no big deal for me. And also, I often exercise past Independence Hall, and that's no big deal for me. But somebody from South Africa visiting Philadelphia, it will be a once in a lifetime opportunity for them to go to see Independence Hall. And for some from South Africa in visiting Philadelphia, it would be what warthog ribs would be to me. A cheesesteak would be to somebody visiting from South Africa. Do you see the comparison?
I was gonna say, honestly, now I want to try a smoked warthog.
I was
kind of want to try that now.
I was not familiar with this until like
Neither was
15
I.
minutes ago. So
I want to talk to you after the show too because I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone else got any recommendations? Because again, we want to sample the best Philadelphia has to offer. Okay. You're gonna have to get up on the mic. We're not gonna be able to hear you.
Trash the rest.
Okay, so
Yes.
there are some places in Philly that has good cheesesteaks. The corner stores are all above. But there's also a place in Camden, New Jersey. If you dare to cross the river, just make sure you go there like during the daytime. You should be fine.
Okay.
It's Donkey's Place. They actually mentioned it on the Goldbergs of having a really good. They make a really good spicy cheesesteak.
Ooh.
So
Okay,
if
now
you like-
spicy how?
It's like this spicy sauce that they put on it on top of actual real cheese.
Nice.
It's not whiz.
Okay.
I think it's like some sort of mix of provolone and cheddar or something.
Oh.
But they put it on a round seeded roll instead of an actual long roll.
Really?
So it's a different experience, but it's still a good cheesesteak.
Sure. No, I'm not saying you have to stick with the sub roll, the hoagie roll. You don't have to. I'm just saying that's what I'm accustomed to.
I mean, obviously, people would tell you avoid the tourist traps. Even like some of the, my favorite personally is John's Roast Pork. They're only open, but for like they open like their hours are very sporadic. But most of the time you want to avoid places or any chain places that look like if you go to an Applebee's and they have Philly cheesesteak, you want to avoid that.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta ask you a question. So, cheesesteak or roast pork sandwich for you? Because
cheesesteak, because I don't eat pork.
Ah, okay.
So,
cool.
So basically, if you go to, let's say, an Applebee's or Chili or any place that says Philly cheesesteak and it has green peppers on it, avoid it at all costs.
Right. Okay, so
I just want to emphasize that for people for being out of town.
Yeah.
And even if you're from out of town and you go to a place that can customize it, tell them not to add the green peppers. Also, avoid places like Subway. Subway should not be cooking or what was it, Jimmy John's or any of those sandwich sub places. They should not
like
make
Firehouse
cheesesteaks.
subs and all that.
Yeah, like Firehouse subs and places like that.
I don't
You
even
should not
bother
get a
with
cheesesteak
that.
from there. It's basically roast beef, and they put cheese whiz on the roast beef with green peppers,
I know.
and they call it a Philly cheesesteak.
yeah, you got to avoid the chains essentially.
I mean,
eat fresh my ass.
Thank you.
That should be on a T-shirt.
That really should be on the T-shirt. Subway, eat fresh my ass.
Yeah.
Because then people will be like, wait, what now?
That sounds like something that like millennials would have, like you and me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. So actually, I want to get oh, we got more. Okay, let's go.
Well, do you ever heard of this place called?
Close to the mic. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Do you ever heard of Big Ass Slice?
Big Ass Slice.
Oh yes.
I have not.
Their cheesesteak is good.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Nice.
I've been there like yesterday actually, and I've been there before and many times. Let's just say their pizza is absolutely no joke. The joke, you know how when they say big ass slice,
Yeah.
They wasn't kidding about that.
So how big are you talking? Like the size of your face big?
No, talk about this size right here.
Oh.
For, what? That's what it called.
I'll take 3.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that. What? Okay, I know.
See, the
some
sad thing
pieces,
is we're
please.
diabetics, and so the more we hear about carbohydrates to pump into our bodies, we're like, I want it, but should I eat it?
Yeah.
And in my mind, of course, I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna eat it. Obviously, duh.
I mean,
just do a double hit of insulin. I'll be fine.
My biggest thing was I cut soda out of my diet, and like it's completely fine.
Quitter. No, I kid. But okay, so big slice. Got to remember that.
Big slice.
Okay.
What? Big ass slice.
Big ass slice. Thank you. All right.
Not affiliated with big ass fans.
Oh my God. Does anybody else have any recommendations? Otherwise, I think we've.
Yeah, we've got plenty. Because, that's the thing. Because, what we want to do is we want to come back up here and we want to film at some locations and we want to, put this out on our YouTube because we do, episodes where we travel and we, want to try stuff. We want to go to, all these different places, like Philadelphia and, New York. And, we just want to see what the best and the worst is, and we want to rank them. So I love this because we're getting some really good recommendations for the show. So
God,
that honestly, I don't think we could have gotten any other way. This is
here's the thing. I'm amazed it went this way because again, it was gonna go one of two ways, and luckily it broke our way. Thank God.
Thank Christ. Oh God.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get a cheesesteak sandwich now.
Yeah. It's about, 6:37? I think the convention closes at 7?
The floor does. Access to the building's open at 8, so...
All right. So we just want to... we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. We're at castwavestudios.com.
Where can people find you on the World Wide Web?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at OneDrunkGeek. I review beers. I do craft beers. And I've been doing this show for about, 5 years now?
Something like that.
And you can also find me on Instagram at Draken22, DRAKKEN22. You can also find me. I do a Power Ranger podcast called Voices from the Grid.
That's a good one.
We're currently working on Power Rangers Turbo. We will be up here in July for Ranger Station. So if you're going to that, I will be at Ranger Station.
Lucky.
And hopefully get some autographs and get some toys and stuff.
Yeah.
Colin, where can we find you on the Worldwide Wonder Woobs?
You can find me on the World Wide Web at Castwave Studios. That's at Castwave Studios on Twitter. I run our studios accounts basically. Actually, I think Castwave Studios across the board: Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look up Castwave Studios and you message us, it's me basically. So I'd love to hear your feedback.
All right, and with that, I'm Brian.
I'm Colin. And remember, don't stop eating when you're full. Stop eating when you hate yourself.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming
Good night,
out
Philadelphia.
here. Thank you so much, Philly. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Let's do it.
Come up and talk to us and tell us all about it.
Two Fat Guys Eat is a Castwave Studios production. For other shows and more, please visit castwavestudios.com.